طيب everyone, let us start inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين وبعد. As you can see in today's lesson, we have a lot less amount of participants than previous lesson. That is the sunnah of every single Arabic class you'll come across. It always starts off with, last lesson we started off with 600, 700. But now, subhanAllah, I'll come to 72. And I won't be surprised by the end of the actual course if we come down to 3 people. And that is sadly the reality. But inshallah, Allah will give tawfiq to certain people. Anyways, as we mentioned in the previous lesson, we were talking about etiquettes. And the reason why I wanted to mention this in the first place was that, for example, just to give a reminder of what happened last time, we were talking about intention. Now, many people, they complain that they don't get success, they don't get tawfiq from their studies. Why is that the case? The reason being is first of all, the lack of intention, as we mentioned last lesson. And many people, just generally speaking, they do not understand that, or rather they think that ilm is something given to them on a plate, but it's the other way around. They forget that Allah created them for Allah to be worshipped, not the other way around. So they're the ones that need to go out, and they need to the ones that need to put in that juhd, that hard work. Anyways, for our second etiquette, inshallah, that we take this lesson is the fact that we, as Muslims, we need to take ilm from people of knowledge. Now, why do I mention this point? Again, many of these etiquettes I will mention are very basic, very simple. But the thing is, when these simple things are ignored or not really considered, you can see the effects they have. Now, I've seen many people, many people, especially in my studies, who, like, for example, they neglect these basic things. Like, for example, the lack of having a teacher. And you can clearly see that this person, in terms of the akhlaq, in terms of just the way they are as a person, you would never ever feel comfortable taking your knowledge from them. You look at them and you feel scared and you feel like, you want me to take Islam from you? SubhanAllah. And basic things like this. SubhanAllah, Ibn al-Mubarak, he used to say, you should seek knowledge, or not knowledge, you should seek, you should better your character for 20 years before you actually seek knowledge, before you start writing down hadith. Ibn al-Mubarak, from people of the Salaf. For 20 years, they'll sit with their teacher just to gain knowledge from them. And in our time, obviously, we're learning online, but one thing I would advise everyone is that no matter where you come from, find the local people of knowledge, sit with them, hang around with them, eat with them, spend time with them, learn from them. Even if you're not taking ilm from them directly, just from their knowledge, just from their character, from their akhlaq, that's what you need to take. And remember that you as a person, you are deficient. Me, we are deficient. We as people, we need to get better. We need to go to those people who are better than us, and we need to spend time with them. That is our second etiquette. And inshallah, with that, we'll start our second lesson in Arabic. Today we'll be covering, let me just quickly share the screen. Okay, I hope everyone can see that clearly, inshallah. Let's get the chat up. Where is it? Where is the chat one? There you go. Okay. So in today's lesson, inshallah, the plan is to go through lesson 2 and lesson 3. Now, given that lesson 2 is quite short, we can get this done rather quickly. But before I continue, are there any questions? There's quite a few files. Akhi Nabil, I'm not 100% sure, because the thing is, I'm not using the Google Drive folder, so I don't know what's on there. But you need to get the actual book up. Perhaps someone can help you. Just message the Arqam team, inshallah. By the way, before we start, are there any questions from the previous lesson? Are there any notes for those who missed last week's lesson? The lesson was uploaded onto YouTube. In terms of notes, I don't believe there are any notes. All right. If there is any questions, this is just a chance to speak now. If not, we'll leave it to the end. I'm not any questions. Okay. All right. I don't think there are any questions. طيب, let's start, inshallah. طيب, الدرس الثاني, the second lesson. So in the first lesson, we covered the word هذا along with a few other words. In this lesson, we're covering the word ذلك. And ذلك means that, whereas هذا means this. Now, obviously, the difference, a technical difference, is in terms of the distance between the two words, like, or in the usage anyways. For example, when you say هذا كتاب, this is a book, when you say this is a book, you're talking to something that's nearby to you. Whereas when you say ذلك كتاب, that is a book, you're generally speaking referring to something that's a bit more further away. Now, obviously, both words are quite subjective, they're relative. So distance, there's no exact measure of distance, but generally speaking, even in English, when you say this and that, we're referring to two different things. SubhanAllah, I'm breaking, huh? Allah musta'an. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to quickly see something. طيب. Apologies. Inshallah, it should be better now. I hope so anyways. So as I was saying, the word ذلك and هذا, both words are relative. However, even when we look into the English, when we say this and that, even though we don't think back consciously, but generally speaking, when we're referring to a word with the word this or that, we're talking about two different distances. طيب, let us start. And now we learn what ما ذلك is. Can someone give an answer to what ما ذلك means? On the chat, please. As we can't do what we did last lesson. It's too much. What is that? Jamil. Perfect. What is that? Okay. The next line, it says ذلك نجم, which means that is a star. Okay. Now we're seeing the first difference. وهذا مسجد, and this is a mosque. وذلك بيت, and that is a house. So masjid means, oops, let's write this down. بيت means house. So sentence here says هذا مسجد, this is a mosque. وذلك بيت, and that is a house. Can someone guess the meaning of this sentence right here? هذا حصان. This is horse. Jamil. Perfect. Brothers and sisters, if you have questions, please put them on the chat, because it just makes it easier for me just to look at them all in one go, rather than having to quickly go to Q&A interface. Okay. This is no, it is a horse. This is a horse. Okay. وذلك حمار, and that is a donkey. And hisan, there are quite a few words for the word horse, and hisan is one of them. Himar on the other case is donkey. هذا حصان وذلك حمار, and that is a donkey. Okay. Next line. Can someone write down what is the meaning? Is this a dog? No, that is a cat. Jamil. Perfect. Is that a dog? No, that is a cat. So the brother wrote, is this a dog? So this is the small little difference we need to make. We need to be careful. أذلك كلب, is that a dog? لا ذلك قط. No, that is a cat. Jamil. Again, ما ذلك. What is that? What is that? Another meaning of this one? ذلك سرير. That is a bed. Jamil. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Everyone seems to get got the hang of it. So I'll quickly speed through this. من هذا ومن ذلك. Who is this and who is that? وهذا هذا مدرس. Mudarris is a teacher. But you might say, oh, I've come across the word muallim. Muallim also means a teacher. So هذا مدرس, this is a teacher. وذلك إمام, and that is an imam. Ustadh also means teacher, yes. Although I believe Ustadh is taken from a different language. But yes, Ustadh means teacher, yeah. Okay. ما ذلك. Okay, hold on, brothers. Let me see if I can. Persian. Okay, Persian. Okay, interesting. طيب. ما ذلك. What is that? ذلك حجر. That is a stone. Anyone try to attempt the last two? Yeah. And the last line? This is sugar and? Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. There's one person who's trolling or something on the chat. See if I can just. Okay. هذا سكر. This is sugar, correct. وهذا اللبن. Leban actually means milk. Milk, not salt. Although there's another word, halib. Now, sometimes halib is used for milk as well. Depending on where you are in the Arab world, they use it differently. Okay, Jimmy. So now come to Tamreen, our exercises. Okay. Can we have the meaning of this? أذلك قط ألا ذلك كلب. Yep. Is that a cat? No, that is a dog. That's the correct answer I was looking for. Okay. Okay, Jimmy. Okay, what about this one? Number 4. What is this? Jamil. Someone asked, what's another word for horse? It is faras. Okay. What is this? No, this is stone. Jamil. All right. And that's literally lesson 2. Very simple, very straightforward. So let's get to lesson 3 as well. Okay. So lesson 3, now we're being introduced to something called al. Right? When you add this al to a word, it now makes the word definitive. Right? As the sister said, the. It gives the meaning of the. So all this time we were learning about a cat, a bed, a house. Now we're talking about the cat, the house, the bed, the pen, etc. Although this is going to be followed with something else in the lesson in a bit, inshallah. So that's الثالث, the third lesson. بيت, البيت. A house, the house. كتاب, a book, the book. قلم, a pen. القلم, the pen. Now one thing. Definitely, yeah. So one thing we need to take note is, before, all the words without al on it, they all had tanween. However, when you add al to it, that tanween is dropped, and you have perhaps one dhamma or one fatha or one kasra, depending on the word itself. As you can see here, it is all dropped. طيب. And that should be quite clear, inshallah. And remember, just bear in mind that it's not always dhamma. It could be fatha as well. It could be kasra as well. Obviously, depending on what is before the word. طيب. Now, al-qalamu maksur. Can someone have a guess on what that means? The pen is broken. Jamil. I'm guessing most of you have done these first few lessons, I'm assuming. طيب. If that's the case, alhamdulillah. We can get through them a lot faster, inshallah. Okay. Al-babu maftuhun. The door is open. So quickly write the meanings of this. Maksur means broken. Maftuh means open. Al-waladu jalisun. The boy is sitting. So al-walad is the boy. Jalis means sitting. And also not to get confused with walid and walad. Walad means boy, walid means father. Okay. Okay. Wal mudarrisu waqifun. The teacher is standing. Jamil, the teacher. I'm going too fast. Okay, inshallah, I'll slow it down. My bad. Okay. So, wal mudarrisu waqifun. So, mudarris, as we said, the teacher. Waqifun means standing. However, waqif does not always mean standing. Waqif can also mean to stop. So, for example, you're walking around and then the person, he's waqif, meaning he just stopped in place. Yeah. A more suitable word for standing would be qa'im. Qa'im, but it's not necessary now, but it's just to, for the sake of ilm, inshallah. But here, wal mudarrisu waqifun, the teacher is standing or the teacher is stopped, essentially. No problem, inshallah. I'll slow it down. No problem. Okay, so let's look at number one. Got quite a few examples here, and we'll do the homework so it goes inside our heads, inshallah. Okay. Number one, al-kitabu jadidun wal-qalamu qadimun. Al-kitab. Al-kitab means the book. This word should be known to us by now. Jadid means new. Right? Make sure you guys are making these notes. For those who have never done this before, make sure you are making the notes, inshallah. Now, jadid means new, therefore qadim is the opposite. So if jadid means new, qadim means old. So al-kitabu jadidun. The book is new. Wal-qalamu qadimun. And the pen is old. Number two. This is number two, by the way. We're not going vertically down, we're going horizontal. Okay, so number two. Al-himaru saghirun wal-hisanu kabirun. So al-himar, come across this, means donkey. Saghir means small. So there's going to be a lot of new vocab, inshallah. So al-himaru saghirun, the donkey is small. Wal-hisan, as we did before, means horse. Wal-hisan is horse. And hisan and kabirun is the opposite of saghir. So kabir means big. Al-himaru saghirun wal-hisanu kabirun. Number three. Would you like me to go slower? Okay. Okay, inshallah. The thing is, many of these words, I'm assuming many of the students were not here last lesson. Inshallah. Okay. What does waqifun mean? Waqif means either to be standing or it means to have stopped. That's what it means. Okay. All right. So in last lesson, okay, so looking at number three now. Last lesson, we went through the word kursiyun. Now we're seeing the word al-kursiyu. Kursi means chair. Al-kursiyu means chair. Maksurun means broken. So the sentence means the chair is broken. The chair is broken. طيب. Number four. Al-mindilu. What does mindil mean again? Tissue or handkerchief. Let's just say tissue for now, yeah? Small piece of tissue. Al-mindilu wasikhun. So the handkerchief or the tissue. Al-mindilu wasikhun. Wasikh means dirty. Wasikhun means dirty. So the tissue or the handkerchief is dirty. How is number two said? You mean al-himaru saghirun wal-hisanu kabirun. Is that the one you're talking about, Sister Halima? Al-himaru saghirun وَالْحِصَانُ كَبِيرٌ. So the donkey is small and the horse is big. Okay. All right. Just rub this off. Just to make it clearer. Again, don't worry. The video will be uploaded to YouTube and it will be available for a week. Inshallah. So you can always refer back to the video. Okay. Here, number 5. Oops. How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? What just happened? What just happened? Okay. طيب. All right, number 5. How comes these all give al, but still the sentence ends in tanween? Okay, just then in that case, let me clarify something. Al, it only affects the word that is connected to. It doesn't affect the entire sentence. Only the word is connected to. So in this case, let's say al-ma, number 5, al-ma'u baridun. The al is connected to the word ma'u, right? That's why it loses the tanween. But it's only specific to the word it's connected to, right? Al-ma'u, so ma means water. Baridun means cold, right? So the sentence is al-ma'u baridun, the water is cold. Now, someone might ask, Ustadh, how do I get confused between the water is cold or the cold water? We're going to learn about adjectives in the future lessons, inshallah. But right now, we're going to learn about just simple sentences. So the water is cold. Number 6, Al-Qamaru Jamilun. So the sentence means the moon is beautiful. So Al-Qamar is the moon, or the moon, right? Jamilun means beautiful. Yeah, one more time. Al-Qamaru Jamilun. The moon is beautiful. All right, number 7. Al-Baytu Qaribun wal-Masjidu Ba'idun. Al-Bayt means the house. Qaribun means nearby or near. Wal-Masjidu, and the mosque. Ba'id is the opposite of qarib. So if qarib means near, ba'id means far. And the mosque is far. So al-baytu qaribun, the house is close or nearby. Wal masjidu ba'id, and the mosque is far. Okay, number 8. Al-hajaru thaqilun wal waraqu khafifun. Al-hajar means stone, as we did earlier in lesson 2. Al-hajaru, stone. Can you say number 4? Okay. Number 4 is al-mindilu wasikhun. Al-mindilu wasikhun. Okay. So back to number 8. Al-hajaru thaqilun wal waraqu khafifun. Al-hajar means stone. Thaqil means heavy or thick in some cases. Wal waraqu, waraq means paper. And khafif is the opposite of thaqil. So khafif means light. So the stone is heavy and the paper is light. Okay. Number 9. Al-labanu harun. Al-laban, which we came across earlier, which means milk. Har is the opposite of barid, right? This is barid right here. Barid means what? Cold. So har means hot. So how do we say the sentence? Al-labanu harun, meaning the milk is hot. Inshallah. Simple as that. Okay. Number 10. Al-qamisu nadhifun. Qamis, we learned last lesson, it means shirt. But in this case, it means the shirt because of al-qamisu nadhifun. The shirt is clean. So nadif is the opposite of wasikh. Yani number 4. So the shirt is clean. Al-qamisu nadifun. Any questions so far? And please do write down the questions on the chat rather than the Q&A. Any questions? Does ba'da mean after? Yes, it does. But ba'da, we have not come across ba'da yet. Can I go slower? Okay, inshallah, I'll try my best to go slower, inshallah. What is maksurun? Maksurun means broken. So number 3, al-kursiyu maksurun, the chair is broken. Ba'id, is a ba'id? Yes, ba'id. Ba'id means far away, yeah. That's different to ba'da. Waladun jalisun. You mean al-waladu jalisun? Al-waladu jalisun means the boy. So al-waladu, the boy. Jalis means sitting. So the boy is sitting. Okay, is the hamza in ma part of the word water? Yes, it is. Is ma'un. Al-ma'u. Okay. What do you mean by waqifun? Waqifun means standing in this case. What does the wow in the 2-part sentence mean? Wow just means and. Or is it connected between 2 sentences? So what does the book Al-Waraqat mean if waraq means paper? This is not usul al-fiqh. It's not usul al-fiqh class. Al-Waraqat waraqat means papers. How do you know whether they mean standing or stopping? From the context. You will know everything from the context. If laban means milk, what is yogurt? Laban can also mean yogurt as well. Again, like I said, it depends on where you are. Halib is another word that's used. Halib could mean yogurt in this case. Why don't we add al to the end part of a sentence? That's just the way Arabic is written. You can't. And the reason why, I'll give you a practical reason why. Because if I say, so the question here, by the way, is why don't we add al to the end part of the sentence? The sentence will change slightly. If I say al-labanu al-haru, then the meaning changes slightly. And it becomes the hot milk rather than the milk is hot. So we'll come across it in a bit, inshallah. Can you say the boy is sitting again? Al-waladu jalisun. Be careful, only the first word has al in it. That's very important. Don't add wal to the next word after it because it will change the meaning. To Sister Halima, don't worry. This is the whole reason. You're going to have to go through a lot of the examples where it just makes sense into you, as in, you're right at the beginning right now. So don't worry, inshallah. What you've understood, you apply that, and then as you progress, inshallah, you'll understand better. Okay, move to the khabar. Would all these sentences finish in sukoon if it was spoken, rather than if it was spoken, yes, it ends with the sukoon. You can end it with sukoon. If you want to say the ending as well, like if you want to say the un at the end, no problem as well. Okay, if the waw means and, why do we say the after it even though it don't have al? To the brother who asked that, can you give me an example of that? Can you say our question 1 again? What do you mean by question 1? Do you mean the number 1 on the thingy? If you're talking about number 1 in the book, if you're talking about this one, I'm highlighting right now. I'll read it out. Okay, yeah. Al-kitabu. So kitabu. Al-kitabu. The book. Jadidun. The book is new. Wal-qalamu qadimun. So let me write this a bit more clearly. Yeah. There you go. Al-kitabu jadidun wal-qalamu qadimun. The book is new and the pen is old. Okay. Any other questions? I hope that answers. I hope that makes it more clear, Sister Aisha. Okay. Al means the. It gives the meaning of the. Yes, but it doesn't. It doesn't have a meaning in and of itself. When you add it to the word, it gives the meaning of the. How do you say open? مفتوح, مفتوح, or مفتوح. Okay. If there's no questions, I'm going to move on to the next part, inshallah. Okay. And here, as you can see, they just explained it again. These words are to be read and written with the correct ending. Masjidun is with tanween. Tanween is this double harakat. Al-masjidu has no tanween. It loses the double the harakat. So al-masjidu means the mosque. Okay, let's rub this off. I did this in a previous lesson. So we have the word himar. Does this word himar, does it end with himaru or himarun? Is it double or is it single? Can someone explain why? It's indefinite. It doesn't have al, basically. Jamil. Perfect. Let's take a few more examples. Qamisun. This ends with a dhammatain because there's no al before it. Let's go al-hajar. We don't say al-hajarun, we say al-hajaru. Why? Because it has al right there. Al-hajar means the stone. Let's look at qalam. Qalam means pen. The ending is qalamun. Why? Because there's no al before it. So we say qalamun. Whereas if you look at this one, you say al-qalamu. Because it has al, therefore it loses the tanween. So we say al-qalamu. طيب. Let's get rid of this. Let's go to number 2. Exercise number 2. Oops. All this in previous lessons. Okay. Can someone tell me the meaning of number 6? Al-hajaru kabirun. Al-hajaru kabirun. What does it mean? Okay, the stone is big. That's correct. Someone said the stone is heavy. That is close, but not the answer. But the stone is big is correct. Al-hajar, it can be translated as a rock or a stone. Again, it depends on the context of the sentence. But for now, we'll say stone. Although there's another word for boulder, like a big fat boulder. But generally, al-hajar is stone or rock. It's not really defined like whether it's big or small. Okay. Number 5. What's the meaning of number 5? Al-masjidu. So, al-masjidu maftuhun. Al-masjidu maftuhun. The mosque is open. Jamil. Okay. What if I said? No, actually, no. I won't use these examples yet. Maybe a bit later. All right. What about number 1? What does number 1 mean? Yeah. Correct answer is the desk is broken. The desk is broken. Al-maktab, you would never really translate as a table, more as a desk. Similarly, yeah, sometimes, yes, we use a desk as a table, but in terms of obviously in English, when you say a desk, we're talking about a desk, saying the table. Although sometimes you might say, oh, put it on the table or put it on the desk. Okay, but yeah, number 1 is al-maktabu maksurun. The desk is broken. طيب. And let's do one more. Okay, yeah, let's do number 8. Al-imamu jalisun wal mudarrisu waqifun. Okay, most people got it correct. The imam is sitting. Al-imam, jalis means sitting. Wal mudarris, the teacher. Waqif, waqifun, standing. Okay. All right. Let's go to number 3. And again, you know, most of this stuff that we're doing, this is meant to be done homework. And I again ask, as I did in the last lesson, that please do the homework in your own time if possible. And that will only benefit you. I promise you that. Okay. What does jadid mean? Jadid means new. Jadidun. Okay. Let's do number 3 now. All right. Okay, let's look at number 3. Al-Qamaru. So out of the words that we have all here at the top, which words would be suitable to go after the word Al-Qamar? So, wait, hold on. Someone said something. So is 2, the teacher is new? Where is number 2? Yeah, the teacher, number 2 is the teacher is new. All right. Now come back to exercise number 3. Let's look at number 3, Al-Qamaru. So some words, what can we use? So Jamilun, that's good. That's one we can use. Heavy, we can. Which someone said heavy, but which Arabic word is it? That's what I'm looking for. So Jamilun, that's one. All right, Jamilun. Is there any others we could use potentially, even though we know it's Jamil, but Thaqil, yeah, we could say Thaqil. Okay, perfect. Okay. Number 5, Al-Mindilu. What are the possible words we can use after Al-Mindil? In yeah. Wasikhun, that's good. Wasikhun means dirty. That's one. What else can we use? Khafifun. And potentially you could use Jamilun as well. But Khafifun and Wasikhun are the main ones I was looking for. Okay, Jamil. Now again, for anyone who thinks they don't know or they're going to forget what the words mean, that's the reason why you do this homework or these homeworks. Even though they're very easy and simple, it really helps you memorize the words and the rules for that. Okay. All right. Now, number 4. Slightly the opposite to what we just did in number 3. We have the words. What would be before it? Okay, number 4. So this number 4 here. What word would be suitable to go for number 4? Khafifun means light. So how can you say sharp? Sharp, say had, for example. Anyways, number 4. Al-masjidu, that's good. Someone said al-waladu, I guess, all right. Someone said the house, but I want to say it in the Arabic, please. Did we skip the second lesson? No, we did not skip the second lesson. Al-bayt, someone wrote al-baytun. Al-baytu is the correct answer, not al-baytun. Why don't we say al-baytun? Because the al removes the tanween, so we say al-baytu. Okay. Someone said again al-kitabun. No, we don't say al-kitabun, we say al-kitabu. So can you please say the meaning for all the words in number 3 quickly? Okay, you know what? Something like this, we can do it towards the end, inshallah, yeah? Okay, al-masjidu, good, all right. So I'll just put in an answer. Al-masjidu. Qaribun, for example. All right, for number 3, we have the word barid. Baridun. Baridun means cold. So what can we use before that? Al-ma, jamil. Laban, jamil. Or al-labanu, jamil. Al-mindilu, okay. Yeah, potentially. Okay, most people are saying al-ma and laban. So let's use al-ma. Al-ma'u. By the way, the singular of al-ma is this. Just so people know, ma'un. That's the singular. Okay. Now, let's look at qadim. Qadimun. Qadimun means old. What can we use before qadim? Okay, al-qamaru, potentially, yeah. Al-rajulu, al-mudarrisu, yeah. Al-mindilu, yeah, you could use anything, to be honest, yeah. You can't use al-waladu. Doesn't really make sense. Let's use al-bayt. Al-baytu. By the way, just keep a note of the fact that here with the alif on al, I'm not putting a fatha, kasra, dhamma on it for a reason, because it's called something called hamzatul wasl, which we'll cover in a bit, inshallah, in the next few lessons. Okay, طيب. That is essentially, I believe that is lesson 3. However, a few more things. There's more new words here. We could use this. All right, let's look at this one. Anyone have a guess at number 7? التاجر غني. The merchant is rich. التاجر is like a businessman, let's say. غني means rich. What's the opposite of غني? Okay, inshallah, let's go for them. Inshallah. Okay, number 1. النجم بعيد. Miskin, someone wrote miskin. No, miskin is only used in the context of fiqh. But here, faqir is the word I'm looking for. Okay, anyways, come back to number 1. النجم بعيد. So النجم is the star. بعيد means far. So the star is far. النجم بعيد. The star is far. Okay. Number 2, الرجل واقف. Rajul means man or the man. So waqifun we know the meaning of. So الرجل واقف meaning the man is standing. Okay. Number 3, السكر حلو. السكر حلو. Sukkar, something we should know, sugar. Sukkar, sugar. حلو, new word we're coming across now, means sweet. السكر حلو, the sugar is sweet. Number 4, الطالب. We came across the word طالب before. طالب means student or the student. So الطالب مريض, the student is sick. مريض means sick. Okay. Number 5, الديك. Deek is I always get confused between the hen and the rooster, right? I believe it's the rooster, or you know what? Yeah, I believe it's the rooster. Let me double check that for you actually, because I don't know these animals very well, sadly. Deek is it the hen or is it the rooster? Allah understand. Is the rooster? Okay, it's actually the rooster. Deek is the rooster. Okay. So Adiku Jamilun. So the rooster is beautiful. What's a rooster? Rooster is the male version of a chicken. Those I believe. Or is it actually I don't know my animals, I'll be honest with you. So you're asking the wrong person. Just check it up on Google. What's a rooster? Inshallah. طيب. Number 6. الدفتر جديد. Daftar, I believe it's a new word. Daftar means a notebook or writing book. So a book that you take notes in. الدفتر جديد. The notebook is, جديد means new. Therefore, the meaning of the sentence is, the notebook is new. Okay. Notebook, exercise book, yeah. Whatever, inshallah. التاجر غني. As we said, the businessman is rich. The merchant is rich. Number 8. الدكان. Dukkan. If anyone here is Bengali, they should know the meaning of dukkan. Dukkan means the shop. So الدكان مفتوح means the shop is open. So let's write that down. The shop. مفتوح means open. Right. الدكان مفتوح. Okay. Number 9. الولد فقير. Now here's the opposite. Right? غني is rich, فقير is poor. So this is rich. الولد فقير. The boy is poor. Okay. Number 10. التفاح لذيذ. Tufah is a new word that we're coming across now. Tufah is an apple. لذيذ, again, another new word. لذيذ means delicious. The apple is delicious. التفاح لذيذ. The apple is delicious. Okay. Number 11. Let someone have a go. Let you guys have a go at this, inshallah. What does number 11 mean? الطبيب طويل والمدرس قصير. Okay. Jamil, everyone got it correct. The student, no, not the student, one more thing. The doctor is tall and the teacher is short. So طويل means tall. طويل can also mean long, by the way. قصير means short. So طبيب is doctor. What type of doctor did you say was طبيب? A medical doctor, Jamil. Not PhD, Jamil, exactly. والمدرس means teacher. Okay. Again, whenever you see tamarin, these are all exercises, these are all homework, and I, inshallah, hope you guys will do it. What is Doctor? Doctor is the PhD doctor. For the brother that's asking. How should we do the read and write homework? Do we translate each sentence and copy? The way you should do it is that first of all, you read it in Arabic, then you write it in your notebook with all the harakat, and then translate the word, the sentence. Can you say qariru? What's qariru? I'm not sure what qariru is. Is tabibun feminine? No, tabibun is not. Tabib is not feminine. Can you go back up, please? Sure. Okay. We're gonna come across feminine in a bit, inshallah. Faqir. Ah. So what was the question again? Faqir. Can you say qariru? No. When you speak, you can say faqir in speaking. But obviously, the correct way of looking at it when we're looking at it from grammar perspective is faqirun. Now, okay, Hafsa asks, my book says al-marid. What does it mean? Where does it say al-marid? Could you just be a bit more specific, Hafsa? Why are all the words marfu'? We did this in the last lesson very quickly. The reason why all the words are marfu' because that's the default state of every single word. That's the default state, unless there's something that makes it another state. I thought marid means patient or the sick. No. Marid means sick, like ill. He's ill. Huwa marid. He is ill, for example. Oops, my book is a bit different. Okay. Can ladidun be translated as tasty? Yes, it can. What is marfu? Marfu, again, we covered this in our first lesson, inshallah. In a sentence we did before, it says at-tabibu tawilun wal maridu. Okay. See, in my book it says wal mudarrisu. I'm not sure why it says that in your book. Okay. Any other questions? If not, طيب, we'll continue, inshallah. You can find this book. Are all of these words ism or some of them harf? All of the words we come across are isms. Okay, let's go to the tamarin. Okay, again, we've seen this. How does this end? Do we say as-sarirun or do we say as-sariru? Singular, Jamil. So as-sariru, Jamil. Okay. Al-bayt, singular, al-baytu, Jamil. What about, they all have al on it. That kind of changes everything. pay attention to pronunciation. Ah, okay, my bad. Okay, I see the homework. Look at this word, and look at this word. When we say ad-diku and al-ma'u, I'm not saying al-diku, I'm saying ad-diku. I'm connecting the dal to the lam. Or like this, for example, like this. Ad-diku rather than al-diku. Yes, essentially what one brother said, but what this is now we're going to cover is the sun letters and the moon letters. So what the sun letters and moon letters, we're going to quickly come across them in a bit, but basically what I'm trying to highlight right now is some words we say the al, we're saying al-ma'u. So in this one we're saying al-ma'u, right? Here we're saying al-qamaru. Yeah. Whereas let's say for example an-najmu, we're not saying al-najmu, we're saying an-najmu. So some words we skip the lam and we go straight to the next letter. Yeah. Even look here, we don't say al-tajiru, we say at-tajiru. At-tajiru, not al-tajiru. Here we say al-babu. Al-babu. Here, for example, in this one, yeah, we say as-sariru. We don't say al-sariru, as-sariru. So it's actually pronounced like this. So as-sariru, that's how it's pronounced. Again here, as-sukkaru, not al-sukaru, al-sukkaru. Yeah. Lastly here, al-waraku, and we don't say al-waraku, we say al-waraku. So al-waraku, that's how it's pronounced. Yeah. Now, inshallah, I'll leave this as homework. Here, we'll come back to it, but it's basically you add al, but you have to mention. Do you pronounce the lam in it, the al, or do you pronounce it straight to the letter straight after it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let me quickly just skip this. You get to this part, and then we'll come back to it, inshallah. Yeah. So here is the list. Here is the list. Right. Al-huruf al-qamariyya wal-huruf al-shamsiyya. The sun and the moon letters. Yeah. And a quick, easy way to remember this is that this part, al-huruf al-shamsiyya, the sun letters, right? And the other part, which is al-huruf al-qamariyya, the moon letters. A nice, easy way to remember this is that all the huruf al-shamsiyya, if you look at the word shams, right? You ignore the lam and you go straight to the sheen. So all of the huruf al-shamsiyya, they do the same thing. As you can see, at-tajiru, al-thawbu, we're missing out the lam. That's a nice way to remember that all the huruf al-shamsiyya, all of their letters, is that you skip the lam or the pronunciation of the lam in al. Yeah. So ad-diku, al-dhahabu, al-rajulu, al-zahratu. We're not saying al, we're skipping the lam. Yeah. And these are the huruf al-shamsiyya. Whereas the huruf al-qamariyya is the opposite. And in the huruf al-qamariyya, we mention the lam in al. So let's look at this one. We say al-abu. Can't say abu. We say al-abu. Or in this one, the second one, we say al-babu. We don't say abbabu, right? We say al-babu. And another way to remember it is that in al-qamariyya, you say al-qamar. You don't say al-qamariyya. You say al-qamariyya. Therefore, that's a nice, easy way to remember that the huruf al-qamariyya are the ones where you mention the lam. Okay, and now here's the list. And to be honest, you don't really need to memorize the list because stuff like this, even for us non-Arabs, it's quite easy to remember. When you actually say the word, you will already know whether it's Shamsiyya or Qamariyya. But if you ever need, if you're ever unsure, you can always refer back to the list here, inshallah. Yeah. Okay. Now these are the huruf al-Qamariyya wa Shamsiyya. Okay. Now all of these, so these two homeworks, so number 2 here and number 3, right? So in number 2, just fill the blanks with suitable words, not the first one. But one thing I would like you to do as well, on top of what it says there, is that each word here, even though the homework is obviously what it says there, but each word, write down whether it would fall under huruf qamariyya or huruf shamsiyya. Yeah. So write it down. That will be extra homework for yourself, inshallah. Okay. Now if you look here, number 3. اختر كلمة من القائمة باء تناسب الكلمة التي في القائمة ألف. Okay, so what they're saying in this homework is that we have a list of words. You choose one of the words from the list and you'd find a word that matches with it in the second list. So for example, I have the word at-talib. So if I was to put these words in a sentence, I'll say at-talibu, and I have to choose a word from one of the words from this list that would go with talib. So for example, I could write at-talibu maridun. Student is sick. Yeah, student is sick. If I was to say, for example, al-ma'u, I have to choose a word from this list, from this list that is suitable with ma. So I would use, for example, I could use either. No, actually, I can't use either. I have to only use this one. It's the only one that was suitable with al-ma. Al-ma'u harun. The water is hot. Yeah, and that's essentially our lesson 3. Let's quickly go through this one last time before we go into questions. Okay, so ad-daftaru. Can someone tell me this word? Would it fall under huruf al-shamsiyya or qamariyya? Ad-daftaru. I'm seeing both, most likely. Okay, everyone's saying shamsiyya. Correct. It will be shamsiyya. Why? Because we're saying ad-daftaru. We're not saying al-daftaru. Ad-daftaru. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at this one. Al-asru. Shamsiyya or qamariyya? Qamariyya. Jamil. Perfect. Qamariyya. What this one? Al-dhufru. Al-dhufru. Shamsiyya or qamariyya? The correct answer is shamsiyya. The shadda is actually not there, but it's al-dhufru. You don't say al-dhufru, you say al-dhufru. Okay. Keep in mind, all the words on this list, they don't have the shadda there. For you, that's for the sake of that, you go out of your way and to find out whether it does have shadda or not. What about this one? Al-Qur'anu. Shamsiyya or qamariyya? Qamariyya. Jamil. Again, there's a lot of words here. You don't need to know the meanings of these words right here in this list. This is more just for the sake of knowing whether it's shamsiyya or qamariyya. Yeah. Okay, what about talibu? At-talibu. Shamsiyya or qamariyya? Not lunar. Shamsiyya. طيب. Okay, Jamil. Then I believe, inshallah, everyone has understood the lesson. And that's literally lesson 2 and 3 done. Alhamdulillah. So what we'll do now is we'll spend the next 15 minutes or so just going through any questions. If you don't have any questions, then inshallah you are free to leave. Barakallahu feekum. Okay, let's go through the questions. So could you please keep the lessons on YouTube longer than 1 week, as I'm a new mom struggling with the schedule? Sister, the thing is, I don't get to choose. I'm not in charge of the videos. That's the Arqam team. And the best thing to do is speak to them, because I believe they record even these Zoom sessions, so possibly you could get it off them. Speak to them, inshallah. Ustadh, how many lessons do we have in this book? I believe there's about 23 lessons. Okay, wa salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, jazakumullah khairan. How much longer will the recording class one be available? I believe they're taking it off YouTube, but speak to Arqam team, please, inshallah. Shukran Ustadh, barakallahu feekum. So there is a key for each lesson, explains the new words I learned. Yep, there is, yep. My book is 202 edition. Is there many differences? There have been a few differences where they change around a few words. They've corrected a few mistakes, but it's not really a big deal. With your edition and this edition is not much of a big deal. Will this go on YouTube? Yes, it will, inshallah. It will go on YouTube, but it will only go on YouTube for 1 week. Do all the Shamsiyya letters have shadda after al? Yes, they do. Although you don't have to write it down, because as long as you know that it's Shamsiyya, then that's fine. It's not a must that you have to add a shadda. It's only there for your benefit, inshallah. طيب. How do I know the harakat when the word doesn't have it? You know it from the lessons, inshallah, with your teacher. And also using dictionary or trying to find the translation. So is it possible to have 2 lessons per week? That depends on the lesson itself, because obviously many people have not done the lessons before. Like some people were saying how, I was going too fast. So some lessons will be a lot longer. Again, these 2 lessons were quite short, hence why we were able to do it today. But generally speaking, wallahu alam. Possibly with some lessons, inshallah, we'll see. Is maridu person? Yani maridun is someone who is sick, a person who is sick. How can I get a hold of the first lesson from last week? Please speak to the Al-Arqam team, inshallah, message them and see if they have it, inshallah. That should answer. Okay, I want to really learn Arabic, inshallah. Do you have to finish in 23s? Because I need time to understand fully. So Sister Halima, I am trying my best to go through this as slowly as possible. And even a book like this, like I said, is introduction, and 23 weeks, I believe it should be okay for yourself. For example, I have a student who is much older. She's nearly in her 40s, and she hasn't even. I don't think we even spent 23 lessons, and she's doing fine. And she unfortunately has not been doing the homework as much as she should have, but she's understanding it as fine. So it should be fine, inshallah. Do you provide private lessons? Yes, I do, but I'll probably have to speak to Arqam about that, inshallah. What level will we be on by the end of the course? You will have been introduced to Arabic. That's the level you'll be on. These 1-2 courses will never allow you to become proficient in language. And don't let anyone deceive you in that. I'm saying this personally, but I believe this format is going to be able to maintain if people don't catch up from previous sessions. Also, expectations need to be realistic. That's very true. That's very true. But given in a class when you have about 100 people, it is quite difficult to maintain, to see how people are doing. So I leave it to each person to do, what they can do. And if they can't, then they can't. And what I'll do at the end of the 23 weeks, inshallah, I'll try to recommend any other avenues to study Arabic, inshallah. How do I apply for a private lesson? Look, I don't want to be in conflict with Arqam's. Best thing to do is ask Arqam and see what they say. And if anything, we'll speak about it later, inshallah. Will we learn book 2 and book 3 after book 1? That depends on Arqam, whether it goes through or not. Realistically, I don't think so, because book 2 is a lot more intensive than book 1. Book 1 is quite easy, so we can go through in 23 weeks. Whereas book 2 is something you need a bit more time on, so it will take a bit more than 23 weeks. So I'm not sure, but I don't think Arqam will go through it. But maybe they can get someone else to do it. Wallahu alam. Possibly I can do it, but it depends what Arqam says. Okay, any other questions related to the lesson? Anything you want me to go through quickly? Again, if there's no more questions, everyone's free to leave, inshallah. Barakallah feekum. Down the Madinah books to iBooks, so I could take. However, it says that it's locked. It requires the own to unlock. To the brother or sister who said that, best thing to do is just find it online and just download it. Much easier. When is the next lesson? The next lesson is on Friday, same time, 4 p.m. inshallah. What is the key to being steadfast in the pursuit of learning Arabic? Asking Allah for tawfiq, and it is being consistent. It doesn't matter how strong of a learner you are or how slow of a learner you are. It just depends on your consistency. Next week, can we slow down a bit, inshallah? Hard to give up when you are new to Arabic, just enough time to write down. Yeah, inshallah, we'll slow it down. Inshallah, we'll slow it down. Again, that's why it's being recorded, so you can always go back to the video and inshallah take notes. Okay. Any questions about the lesson? Where can I get the book? Al-Dhufru means what's the word? Like winning. For whoever asked. Where can I get the book? You can probably go to the shop, buy it. If not, you can find the PDF online. All right. طيب. I don't think anyone else has any questions left, so we'll end the dars here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.